Okay, hello, hi everyone. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this ask us anything question and answer. We actually have this query, and it's not just from one individual, but it's from a multiple. And the question is, must I have an alternate address? Okay, so let me set some context as to why the person asked this question. Okay, so there's this new contact address regime. Okay, I did a whole video and blog article on it. I will link it down in the description below so you can read up or listen to what is this contact address regime. In a nutshell, what it actually is, right, is currently when you are a director of a company. Okay, we just talk about director. So let's say you are a director of a company. You will need to list your residential address. Then if let's say, like for example, this your residential address is somewhere in Singapore, then let's say you want to tell the registrar, I think you contact me on my alternate address, that would be better. Then we'll list that alternate address, which means that maybe it might be your office where you are more easily located during the working hours of the day. So now what happens, right, is that there's this new contact address regime. So generally what will happen is, instead of putting the word residential address, uh, in future there will be this thing whereby they will just put contact address. So which address can you be contacted at? Then uh, now this contact address regime has not come into force yet. It will come into force at the end of 2024. There's no hard deadline as to when it will come into force. But now what happens is that what they're trying to say is, okay, in future when you see your name is there as the director of the company or shareholder or whatever. Okay, so let's say your name is there as the director of the company. Now currently it will show residential address where you are staying. If you're a Singaporean or a Singapore permanent resident, then it's the most likely it's the residential address that is on your NRIC or identification card. So if it's it if let's say you say, okay, I don't want to be contacted at my residential address, I prefer to be contacted at my alternate address, because maybe every day I'm in office. Then my office is, for example, International Plaza. Then you put your alternate address as International Plaza, your unit number and whatnot. Then in the event that the maybe Singapore government or some official letters need to be sent to you, then your alternate address is the one that they will send to. So moving forward, right, what will happen is that in future there will not be this word called a residential address anymore. It will be called contact address. So if let's say you have a contact address, right, then if you have a residential address, it will automatically become your contact address. But if you have a residential address and an alternate address, your alternate address will automatically become your contact address. So is it compulsory for you to have an alternate address? The answer is no. Okay, if let's say you currently have a residential address and you are okay with this residential address being the address at which you are contacted by the authorities or anybody dealing with the company, then leave the residential address alone. You do not need to put an alternate address. What is going on is that ACRA is actually telling everyone we are moving to this new regime. In future there will no longer be this thing called a residential address. In future all addresses will be contact address. Then they are saying, if you put an alternate address now, when we move to the contact address regime, we'll just use your alternate address as your contact address. If you don't give an alternate address, then your residential address will be your contact address. In the past, right, when you want to put an alternate address, you need to pay money. Okay, but now ACRA is waiving this requirement to pay money. Okay, so then so now currently if you decide to put your alternate address, put an alternate address, then you will not be charged by ACRA. Okay, so when this thing will come into force, we are not very sure. ACRA just mentions that it will come into force end of 2024. Okay, so that's all that we are told. Okay, if let's say you need to declare an alternate address, then you just contact us if we are your COPSEC. Then that is generally about it. Okay, so if you have any other questions, right, about contact address regime, alternate address, then you can email us at hello@rafflescorporateservices.com. If you have any questions, right, that you would like us to answer, you can also email us there. Then this is the Raffles Corporate Services corporate website, and these are our prices and services are listed here also. Okay, so that's all from me. See you guys in the next video.